recognize the gentleman from Pennsylvania.
I thank you, Chairman. If we could, I'd like to put up the slide that Ms. Burkle had talked about. And Mr. Silver, Mr. Franz, you of course will recognize this. And that again, it's the President. And while we say we're trying to make this political, this is what the President's using as his reelection campaign. And I think we would look at that and would agree, yeah, there's a lot of jobs being created. Look at over the map. Look at all those dots. Now, a lot of them are pelogous, and I know that some of that is happening, some of it is not happening. I want to show you another slide that maybe you're not familiar with. It will also show you where jobs are being created. So we can see that. Now, this is actually China. And so we went from shovel-ready to Shanghai. And I think it's kind of neat that we show one map that shows how good this policy is working, but we do leave out a very important part of job creation. And I think it's just kind of fascinating to see that. So we'll leave that up for a little bit. Mr. Franz, Mr. Silver, the Department of Energy gave Sempra, which has a double B plus, which is a high-risk rating, $337 million loan guarantee for its Mesquite Solar project, which is also a high-risk project, to build a solar plant in the Arizona desert. The plant uses solar panels manufactured by Suntech, a Chinese solar panel company. How many jobs do you think this loan guarantee created in China? Any idea? I mean, I know what we say. We created 60,000 in the States. How many do we think we created in China using taxpayer money?
Congressman, I don't have information relative to the chain of supply chains.
Okay. Well, how about Suntech? How about Suntech? So we're using their panels, right? That's whose panels we're using for this project?
I'd have to take the question for the record, and I'll certainly respond in the details of the supply chain for the specific project.
Yeah.
I don't have that right at my...
Well, because we've been talking about creating American jobs, and we've been talking about made in America, and we've been talking about everything that we're going to invest money in should be invested here. So all those dollars, that by the way came from taxpayers or are backed by taxpayers, should be used the right way. And I think we'd all agree with that.
Congressman, the only thing I would add to your earlier slide is that the initial map of the United States probably does not show other sites that it might show. For example, the supply chains that provided materials, for example, to Abound and others.
Yeah, and I understand that.
And it also does not. It also does not
reclaiming
include
my time. The Arizona facility that we're talking about. Okay, they don't manufacture those panels here, do they? They're assembling. Because what they're doing is they get stuff shipped in from China and they assemble them in the United States. So we kind of do an end run and we say, wait a minute, no, this is working in Arizona. So I just think we need to be completely honest with what's going on here, because the theme of this hearing today is about where are we investing taxpayer dollars for a great ROI. And I understand that private investors would have looked at this and said, you know what, that's a risk I'll take, especially if it's backed by DOE loans. I don't know the timing of when they invested, but I'd say it probably has something to do with it also. Let's talk about Caithness Shepherd's Flat, a $1.3 billion investment. American? It's a wind farm. Are you familiar with it?
Yes.
Either one, Mr. Franz, Mr. Silver. Okay.
It's the largest, it was at the time and may still be the world's largest wind farm. It's in Oregon.
And it's an American project.
Well, it has American investors, American components, American labor.
The towers that the windmills are put on. Well, they come from China. They come from China. So we're talking about investing billions and billions of dollars, and yet we find out that, yeah, the money we're investing isn't really creating American jobs. It's creating jobs in China. Well, and we have them shipped here, and we manufacture them here, and we say, okay, and I understand the renewables. I really do. I get that. Let's just put up one last slide, if we could, on Project AMP, if we have it available. A list of the suppliers that are approved. Do we have that? It's the project for the list of suppliers, the approved suppliers that allowed for Prologis to. Okay, all right. Well, I think you'll find out that quite a few of the suppliers are Chinese.
Again, Congressman, please, with your permission, I'm no longer close enough to the details, but I can say this, and perhaps Mr. Franz can respond for the record at a later date. There are undoubtedly Chinese suppliers on there, because most